they get their qualifying times back.
Right.
The top 8 within that, the top 8 are inverted. So there you go. Yellow lights turn off. We're ready to go, James. As it's Dalton Wilson on the pole, Earl Pearson Jr. on the outside, 24 cars, 25 laps, $7,000 on the line as they come off turns 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Dixie Chopper. Feel the thunder.
Dalton Wilson's going to lead lap number 1 in turn number 1. Now again, this is not for championship points, but it does count in the all-time win list in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. We've had 17 different winners this year. Pearson, he is yet to win in the 46 car this year, looking for his 41st career win. Davenport, the Hillbilly 100 winner, he has 72 career wins, battles on the outside. 2 in the books of this 25-lapper, and it is all Dalton Wilson, DJ.
Yeah, he's got a 1 second advantage, 2 laps into this one, but Jonathan Davenport tries to take the second spot away from Earl Pearson Jr. Boy, JD's good. He's good up high, man, and he'll do it that time at the stripe. He inches ahead of EPJ to grab the second spot. Pearson going to try to battle back on the inside. Won't be able to get it done. You got a new second place car. It's Jonathan Davenport, and it's 1 full second behind your race leader, Dalton Wilson, this time by 4 scored.
Meanwhile, up top, here comes the 99 of Devin Moran. Moran right now in the 5th spot. DJ to the outside of Brian Shirley. They go wheel to wheel into turn number 1. Then it's Marler, Overton, O'Neill, and Thornton. And it's a good battle there, second on back, but it is all Dalton Wilson. Davenport solid in second. Wouldn't it be something? Your first career win in a national touring race would be in Knoxville, Iowa. Dalton Wilson out in front.
It can happen.
And Brian Shirley's off the pace, DJ.
No trouble for Squirrel. He's got his hand out the window as something is amiss on the Brian Connard, Bob Collin Racing, number 8 of Shirley, and he's going to try to limp that car into the infield, and he does, and we stay green. Dalton Wilson out front by 2.4 seconds over Jonathan Davenport. Davenport with 2.2 seconds over the battle for third between Earl Pearson Jr. and Devin Moran. Those 2 cars, James, side by side there on your screen through turns 3 and 4. Is Pearson on the inside, Moran on the outside. Moran going to take the 3rd spot away.
You just got a feeling that 157 is going to be there at the end as they go down to the bottom. Here comes Marler. Marler to 5th, and it's Overton, Ferguson, O'Neill, Thornton, and Hughes down the back straightaway. There you have 2 Lucas Oil regulars. Marler on the outside. Marler may pick up another spot, and he does, and Mike Marler has climbed to 4th in the 157, and he's not done yet. DJ to the bottom of Devin Moran. Meanwhile, the top 2 are way out in front, and Dalton Wilson is now picking up the tail end of the field as we score lap number 9 this time.
Man, I thought for a second Marler might lose the tail end of that car as he tried to drive down to the inside of Devin Moran. Couldn't quite get it done, but man, at the front of the field, business is starting to pick back up again as Jonathan Davenport is quickly reeling in your race leader, Dalton Wilson. Wilson had a 2.5 second advantage just a couple laps ago, and as the 18D has caught the tail end of the field, the 49 has caught the 18D.
Yeah, it's down to 0.3 of a second. Moran, Marler, Pearson, the top 3, all eyes up front. Pearson now. Marler, Dalton Wilson. There's action all over this place. Wilson battles on the bottom. He will put a lap on a couple of competitors down the straightaway. Hilsebeck and Brooding into turn number 1. 11 in the books, 14 to go. Davenport will follow on his tire tracks. Down the back straightaway, but heavy lap traffic in Young hands off the pace down into turn number 3.
These 2 are nearly 5 seconds in front of 3rd place Devin Moran. Unbelievable. The blistering pace, the lead duo is setting a full straightaway advantage over the Dresden, Ohio drivers. They work through lap traffic. A nice run off corner number 2 there for the big perm, Dalton Wilson. James coming around this time to the cross flags.
Outside of Tim Lance, he has put Young Hands, who picked up the pace after slowing down. There's the battle back there side by side. Pearson and Ferguson, that is for 6th and 7th. Moran still runs 3rd. Marler 4th. Overton is 5th. But Dalton Wilson, 13 down, 12 to go at 0.7 of a second. the advantage for the Fayetteville, North Carolina driver.
And Mike Marlar, James, these last couple laps has been one of the fastest cars on the racetrack as he has shaken himself free of Devin Moran. And Marlar is trying to gain wholesale ground on that lead duo. James, the problem is he has not had a Gorsuch Performance caution to 80, and that lead duo remains 3.5 seconds in front of the 49, that lead duo is 3.5 seconds in front of the 157 of Mike Marlar. There's Dalton Wilson. There's the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. Now wait for it, James. We'll pan back.
Wait for it.
Yep, wait for it. It'll take a second. We'll pan back to the 157 of Mike Marlar here. There's Mike Marlar. And that is, I mean, he was a full straightaway back. He is about 3/4 of a straightaway behind the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. 10 laps to go. It's Dalton Wilson out front, James.
Down the back straightaway, Overton on the outside of Marlar. They get together.
Wow.
Marlar and Overton as they battle out at turn number 4, as we'll update you on the scoring. It's still Dalton Wilson with the lead in the 18D. And the Gorsuch Performance Solution caution is out. And it's Jonathan Davenport into turn 1. The second place running car, Ben Shelton.
Well, it started out of 4. He had taken the lead from Dalton Wilson, and then the car took off up the racetrack. He got into the turn 4 wall on exit. Down the front straightaway, hit the wall again. And guys, when he got to 1, it was like he could not get the car to slow down. And he almost got upside down. He hit the turn 1 wall so hard. There's going to be a lot of damage on that 49 car.
Wow.
He had just taken the lead from Dalton Wilson as they went through 3 and 4.
Guys, we're going to take a look here at the instant replay and see what happened. And Ben, you are exactly right. We were checking out our live timing and scoring up here as there's the 49 grabbing the lead from Dalton Wilson, and he hit the wall a ton at the end of the front straightaway.
Twice he hit it coming off of 4.
Man, it almost looked like he entered a little too high and was just up above the cushion, and he was in the slime up there, but I don't know. Maybe the right front was down on the 49 car.
Again, our live timing and scoring, 17 laps, I believe, in the books, DJ. We'll get that updated, 8 to go. Dalton Wilson will be back out in front.
Well, that is, we talk a lot about wanting to see Dalton Wilson get his first National Touring Series win, but certainly don't want to see it come at the expense of something like this or in a situation like this. That's a hard hit for the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. So unofficially, 17 laps scored, 8 laps remaining. There's a Dalton Wilson out front, Devin Moran second, Dalton Wilson out front. I believe it's Brandon Overton now second, James. Mike Marlar third, Devin Moran fourth, and Ricky Thornton Jr. unofficially rounding out the top 5. Then it'll be Hudson O'Neal sixth, Chris Ferguson seventh, Earl Pearson Jr. eighth, Tyler Erb ninth, and Spencer Hughes will round out the top 10. As you see Jonathan Davenport there on your screen surveying the damage on the Lance Landers Racing 49.
Well, Chase Young hands down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, and they do a little bit of work on the right front of that race car, a little shock adjustment. And yeah, it looked like all 4 tires were up with Davenport. Now, that's not to say one wasn't going down, but I think what you said, DJ, it just seemed like he got into the slime, and once he did, he couldn't steer it away. And then I think maybe he thought the car was okay, bounced off the wall, and we got to 1. It did not want to turn whatsoever. And, man, hard hit there in that one.
Well, and I think it was you and I and James, we were talking earlier before the race this night, Ben and James. These cars carry so much speed on the straightaways at this place that there is, for the most part, really and truly, there is no such thing as an easy accident at Knoxville.
No, and meanwhile, Max Blair, your Raleigh Auto Parts Rookie of the Year point leader, he's made his way down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. They're going to put a new right rear Hoosier on that race car, it would appear. All 4 tires are up on this race car. His dad leans in to get a word with him, and they're trying to decide what else they may need to do with this race car. But all 4 tires are up as Max Blair heads to the infield.
Been an early hard charger. Well, Mike Marlar had climbed to 3rd, but Brandon Overton started 11th. So he's up 8 spots right now to 3rd. Then it's Marlar and Moran. So both Tyler Erb and Brandon Overton up 8 spots here in 17 laps.
Well,
Dustin.
Overton will actually be 9, yeah.
Yeah, he's sneaking up on them because they don't know that when the 4 goes around. And by the time they figure out it's Overton, it's too late. Meanwhile, guys, Kyle Bronson has made his way down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, and they're going to put the jack under the back of that race car. Zach down here talking with him, and again, all 4 tires up on this race car. It's like some guys, yeah, they're going to go to work on the left rear shock on the number 40B and make an adjustment there. As we heard earlier, even after Davenport won his heat, he made the comment, it's kind of narrow off the corners, and they're all battling tight conditions, so maybe some of these guys trying to get freed up a little bit for these final 8 laps, and more importantly, get ready for tomorrow.
So Davenport will be shown as the leader on lap 17. Obviously, he is out of the race. You see him on the hook. So it'll be Wilson back out in front, DJ, then Overton, Marlar, Moran, Thornton, and then Hudson, O'Neill, Ferguson, Erb, and Pearson, and then Hughes will be 10th.
Yeah, so Davenport officially led lap 17. It was a completed lap because it's leader +2 with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, so it was a completed lap, and then he smacked the wall down in turns 1 and 2 and ended his night. Again, that's a hard hit and a tough break for the Fast 49. So Dalton Wilson now back out front, 8 laps away from possibly his first career National Touring Series win. Second is Brandon Overton, and James, he's going to choose the outside lane on this Delaware double file restart. That'll put Mike Marlar inside. 4th, Devin Moran outside. 5th place, Ricky Thornton Jr. inside. Again, 17 scored, 8 remain.
Marlar started 7th in this race. Remember, he was the fastest overall qualifier, barely made it in out of his heat race. And right now in the 3rd spot, or the 2nd spot.
And real quick, Marlar earlier, he slowed in the heat race. He had to come from the back.
Yeah, right.
Ignition issues is what caused him to slow, guys.
All right, Dalton Wilson on the restart. 8 laps to go for his first career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Marlar and Overton behind him, Dustin, as we go at the Racing for Heroes restart zone in Knoxville, Iowa.
Comes Brandon Overton. He's come from the 11th starting spot, trying to get a run on the high side of Dalton Wilson, the Ed Macy tribute car. He's got a good run through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Wilson out front, Overton 2nd, Marlar 3rd. Marlar now going to peek a nose down to the inside of Brandon Overton. They go side by side for a second. Dalton Wilson up on the berm on the inside.
And that'll cost his momentum. Here comes Overton up top. Brandon Overton, and behind them, here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. doing Ricky Thornton Jr. things up to 4th. 3rd, and then you see O'Neill, Tyler Erb up to 6th in the best performance number 1. Battle for the lead off at turn 4. It's still Dalton Wilson, DJ, 6 to go. Overton into turn 1.
Brandon Overton's got a run on the high side down the back straightaway for the lead at Knoxville. This time by coming around to 5 laps to go. Dalton Wilson trying to hang on and get his first win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Brandon Overton on the outside at the stripe. By 5/1000ths of a second, it was Dalton Wilson. 5 to go.
Overton looks good out at turn 2. He'll get that momentum up top, take the lead. And here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT. He started back in 8th. Out of 4, Thornton for 2nd. He's got the momentum down the straightaway, and Ricky Thornton Jr. goes to 2nd. Dustin, 4 laps to go. It's Overton, and it's going to be Thornton battling it out for the win.
Ricky Thornton Jr. moves into the 2nd spot. Shuffle. Dalton Wilson back to 3rd. Mike Marlar is 4th, and Devin Moran rounds out the top 5. Coming around this time, 3 laps to go. Brandon Overton from 11th, your 3rd different leader in this 25-lapper.
It's a dandy here at Knoxville tonight. Down the back straightaway, Thornton will have the momentum. Thornton's about 8 car lengths back into turn 3. It was 1 point, and we got a Gorsuch Performance Solutions costing out, and it is for
Hudson O'Neill
in turn number 2.
2 Gorsuch Performance caution flags in this race, and they've fallen for Jonathan Davenport and Hudson O'Neill. Wow.
He was running in 6th, so we'll go back to the last completed lap, lap 22. So he will have to go to the back. So Shirley is out. Davenport and Ferguson also out of the race.
Well, this is going to make things interesting. It was a 1.2-second lead for Brandon Overton before that Gorsuch Performance caution came out.
3 different leaders in 22 laps. It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, we go back to the old saying here on this Saturday night show. No drivers led wire to wire.
Never.
When we were 100, now we're at 75 laps. No drivers led from green to checker. Right now, Overton, and again, Brandon Overton started in 11th. move over invert, right? How about that?
Oh,
That
man.
makes it entertaining. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
I know some of the drivers, and I get it. But man, it's entertaining. We've seen Bobby Pierce come from 13th to 1st at Florence to win $75,000.
We saw Ricky Thornton Jr. go from 25th, or 26th rather, to 2nd at Port Royal, a track bigger than this a couple weeks ago.
In a backup car.
In a backup car, yes.
And he probably would have won that if he didn't have an overheating issue.
Yeah, I think he would have. Well, it will be a single file restart, right? It'll be a single file restart per Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series rules. Yeah, it's single file with under 5 to go for anything 40 laps or less.
Well, Overton, as I mentioned, started 11th. Thornton started 8th.
Yeah, Dalton Wilson from the pole. Marler in the 157 from 7th. And Devin Moran is running 5th. He started 3rd.
Usually this is a Saturday night feature. I mean, as far as the track is concerned.
Yeah.
It's great, perfect for Saturday night. But we're on Thursday night. We still got 2 more nights after this. Russ Ward, our chaplain, are you enjoying this?
He is
very much so.
We've got 4 drivers that have advanced 10 positions in the Todd Steele Building's hard charger of the race. 10 positions gained in 22 laps. Brandon Overton has gained 10. Tyler Erb has gained 10. Ryan Gustin has gained 10. And Chris Simpson has gained 10 positions as well as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. 3 laps to go in the Thursday night portion. Brandon Overton leads the field into 1 and 2.
My apology to Fergie fans. They had him out of the race, but he's actually running in 7th.
There you go.
Our monitor is updated
RT.
now. There we go, Thornton.
Can he be the 4th different leader?
Here comes Wilson trying to get back on it. Here comes Marler. Here comes Moran, Devin Moran, looking for his first win in Knoxville. They're side by side for second. They'll go to the white flag next time around. Dalton Wilson.
Look at Dalton Wilson. He's got to run.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Is this the night?
Wilson to the bottom, the head of the white flag. Oh, and he slips up and third goes back around him. That might have done it, but here comes Thornton. It's not over. White flag to 1 to go, Dustin.
Who's it going to be? Ricky Thornton Jr. will run to the inside of Brandon Overton. He clears him with a slider in 1 and 2. Overton will drive back down and ring down the back straightaway. Wheel to wheel for the win at Knoxville on a Thursday night. As they hit through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. A last lap pass. RTJ gets it done.
And Wilson
gets second. Yes. Unbelievable. Oh,
no
man.
way.
Oh,
4
man.
different leaders in 25 laps. We don't care if it's a quarter-mile bull ring or a half-mile fan. I was going to say fans give him a round of applause, but they can't hear me out there.
Yeah, give him a round of applause.
We're going to give him a round of applause. We're going to give him a round
what
of applause
race.
Ourselves here and those at home. Ricky
What
Thornton
a
Jr.
race.
Was that on the final
9:15.
lap? It was
Yes,
on the final lap. He led 1 lap.
Yes, it was. He led 1, and it was the most important one unofficially. 5th goes to the 157 of Mike Marler. 4th to the 99 of Devin Moran. 3rd, he was the leader on the coming around to the white flag, James. Brandon Overton finishes 3rd. 2nd to Dalton Wilson. We thought coming off turn 2, he might be able to win it. Instead, from 3rd to 1st on the final lap in the Dyno One Incorporated, Hoker Trucking, Big River Steel, SSI Motorsports 20 RT. It'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. getting the win on Thursday night here at Knoxville.
Dalton Wilson almost got the lead back, didn't he?
He
Coming
did.
out of 2 on the
Coming out
bottom.
of 2, yeah.
Tyler Erb, your Todd Steele
man,
Hard
that was
Charger,
fun.
up 10 spots, 17th to 7th for Turbo. Man, we got 2 more nights of this. This is fun.
Oh, this is.
I tell
this
you,
is
late
great.
model racing here in 2023 has been really, really good. We've seen some great racing. That was just a 25-lap preliminary. Anthony Burrows down there, DJ Williams, Christopher Jaco, Todd and Vicky Burns back home in Indiana. One thing about next weekend, he only has to drive about an hour to get to Brownstown. So here's going to replay for those at home watching here on MAV TV on Flow Racing DJ. The final lap, Brandon Overton at the white flag was the leader, and he ends up 3rd.
Yes, he does. Here's a look at that replay as they come off corner number 4. Overton, and I mean, he had a couple car lengths on him right there as well. You see Dalton Wilson had 2nd at the stripe, but watch the run. Ricky Thornton Jr. Well, I think that's coming around with. No, this on the last lap,
that
right?
Was it? Watch it. No, that was.
No,
yeah.
this is coming around to the white flag. There we go. This is coming around to
So
the white
2 to
flag.
go. We had about a 4 or 5 car length lead, and watch this. Doing Ricky Thornton Jr. things for the lead.
I think I mistakenly said he went from third to first on
It
the
was
last
so
lap.
exciting. We might have run 26 laps. I know we didn't, but
And then
can we go another 25?
And then Dalton Wilson right here is going to work down to the inside. RT gets the win, and you're going to see that Dalton Wilson. Well, that was the unclean cut there, but Dalton Wilson did get back by Brandon Overton. He beat Brandon Overton by 3/1000ths of a second at the line to grab the second spot. Overton third, Devin Moran fourth, and Mike Marlar fifth.
Can we petition for 25 more laps?
No, these 25 lappers, I love them, man. Well, you're gonna get 3 times 25 on Saturday.
What time is it? Local time, Benji?
It is the checkered flag was about 9:15. Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Central Standard Time.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Thornton now with his 18th win of the year, he just keeps extending that record even further and further for future years. He's got to remember it's gonna be hard for him to break it in future years too if he keeps winning like this. But 23 career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series wins. And again, he keeps piling them on. 26 Super Late Model win of the year, 29 overall, because, hey, micro wins matter, guys. So it has been a big year for Ricky Thornton Jr. And
he wants to drive sprint cars.
And he does,
Maybe.
and he will. And he will.
Has he already told Shay, or did we let the cat out of the bag? I think she probably knows.
She
I
just,
would say
you know,
she knew,
I
yeah.
just got
Okay.
her into Victory Lane down here. I could go ahead and do breaking news with her while we went on the Droop Check if you want. We can see. Now, he's making his way onto the scales. He threw it the Droop Check. And we'll wait on Ricky Thornton Jr. to make his way, guys, what I believe is going to be his first time into Knoxville Raceway Victory Lane.
Ben, was that impressive or what?
That was fun.
What a great night here at Knoxville. What, we have 2 cautions the whole night.
And they came in the last 5 laps. Or no, we had 3. We had 3 because we had the JD caution.
All right.
And
then O'Neill.
The hardest move in all of racing to go, guys, is this turn into Victory Lane. Sprint cars can make it a little easier than we can. We're like Austin Powers trying to get into Victory Lane.
You think his kids are tough on the nose? Wait till the Casey sign there took a shot on it.
I'm going to take it out on Casey's when I get out here and grab some of that pizza, so don't worry. As Ricky Thornton Jr. makes his way into Lucas Oil Victory Lane, the Todd and Vicky Burns, SSI Motorsports, Big River Steel, Hoker Trucking, Dyno One Incorporated, Coltman Farms, Longhorn, Clements Power, and he just continues to have an amazing year atop the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series standings, the Midwest Sheet Metal point leader, as he gets set to climb out of the race car, checkered flag in hand. And with the Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag, Ricky Thornton Jr. now has win number 18 on the year for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And he did it in RTJ fashion, as we'll talk to him atop of the podium. Ricky Thornton Jr. here tonight. He's got the whole family down here, and we'll get Ricky up here. And the kids, man, they're going spider monkey on the car right now. Ricky, it doesn't matter. You spoiled the party again. How were you able to do that on the last lap?
Man, I don't know. I was driving pretty hard. I was a little too tight there early, and whenever I got by Fergie, Hudson, and Earl, I just kind of blew through the middle of one, and it stuck pretty good. So I figured if we had a late restart, I was going to try it, and I felt like I got a good run, and then he blocked me there in turn 3 after the restart, and I let Dalton get by, and I thought Dalton was going to drive by both of us. So I don't know. In the end, it worked out. My donkey's down here running around like crazy kids.
What does it mean to be here at Knoxville Raceway Victory Lane, whether it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? What does it mean to stand here?
Oh, it's pretty awesome. I've always wanted to be here, so it's awesome to be able to do it no matter if it's a prelim or not. I mean, all the best drivers are here, so to be able to do it, and we did it from 8th too, so it wasn't like we didn't pass any cars. But gotta give a big shout out, Big River Steel, Hooker Trucking, Coltman Farms, my wife, my boys, they've been busting their butt in the apparel trailer. I got to think a big shout out to Sharp Advantage. He's got me really comfortable here.
I don't know what's going to happen here.
The last few weeks here at this new Ultra Shield seat, so it's been pretty awesome. I think Longhorn Chassis, Bill Stein Shocks. There's so many people that help us get up and down the road, and I couldn't do it without them.
I don't know what's going to happen. You can do it without Shay. She's down. Crisis averted. Ricky, final thing. Victory Lane at Knoxville. This has been a dream year, though. If you can stand here Saturday night, what's going through your mind as you look ahead to the rest of the weekend, knowing you've got a car that can do it?
I think after tonight it should put us in a really good position for Saturday. We were really close. I felt like last year just missed it by just a few cars. So hopefully we can do it. I got a lot of wins here in Iowa. I think it's my second Knoxville win, so it'd be nice to get a big Knoxville win.
Ricky Thornton Jr. atop the Big River Steel podium, as we will catch up with our second and third place finishers here tonight. Dalton Wilson coming home in position number 2, Brandon Overton in third, and you got your money's worth here tonight. Looking for Dalton, yeah. Oh, did he sneak past me? Oh, is he on the other end? All right. Okay, well, yep. we're working for tonight, guys. Stick with me as we'll head down as Dalton makes his way down to the other end. Gotta love double victory lanes. All right, we're heading down. We're gonna find them. All right, I see the crew. Oh,
I found him, man. I can see him. I can see him.
I got him. DJ, it's like, where's Waldo down here, man? We've got fences, containment areas. It's like a prison visitation trying to do victory lane.
You should just go back to your hurdling days in high school and hop over that fence.
Dalton, I know you were tired of watching Ricky Thornton Jr. in victory lane, but, man, you keep leading laps, and I don't know about your perspective, but for me, you lost the lead. You fell back as far as third, but you rallied back to have a chance on that last lap. What more did you need there at the end?
You know, that we got there in them lap cars, and when you're out front, you don't really know where the racetrack's at. And I thought that bottom or that middle looked like it was coming back around down there when we roll around there so long under caution, but you just can't leave that bottom. And you know, we fell back, and you know, I thought I had a chance at the lead there coming to the white, and I just overshot the corner down there. But you know, we're hanging around, we're learning, we're getting better, and you know, we keep putting ourselves in this position. Maybe we'll get our picture taken here for too long.
These legendary racetracks, you keep leading laps out here. And I'm looking at your crew right now. There's nobody hanging their heads right now. I mean, it almost feels like on the outside looking in, you guys can taste that it's coming.
Yeah, you know, I'm probably more down on myself right now than they are. But, you know, thanks to them for continuing to bust their butts. You know, we're getting there. And, you know, we come here last year, and I think I didn't make a single race and took a provisional, you know. So just show how far our guys are coming, that's huge. And I said hopefully we can knock one off here too long.
Dalton Wilson comes home in second. DJ James, I'm going to throw it back up top because I've got to do Where's Waldo for a third-place finisher, Brandon Overton.
He is, I can see Brandon Overton, Ben, and he is over towards where you enter victory lane. So where RT had the trouble getting around the Casey's banner, that's where the 4 of Brandon Overton is. He's third, Devin Moran fourth, James Mike Marler is fifth, then it was Tyler Earp sixth. Where's our sixth place car at? Why does it? Oh, Chris Ferguson was sixth.
Yeah, and I had him out of the race early on. So Ferguson on the scoring. Yeah,
I see.
He's down here in 20th.
Our live timing has got him adjusted.
Right?
So Fergie is sixth, Tyler Earp seventh, Ryan Gustin eighth, Brandon Shepard ninth, and then Earl Pearson Jr. rounded out the top 10. Ben has caught up. Is trying to catch up with not yet.
We're going to get him.
You're getting him, okay.
Wade got first and then third and then second.
Right, yeah, we've got 15 announcers here tonight, so we're just trying to get it all sorted out.
We're going to have him here in a second. Rick Schwally walked up here. He was just smiling because nobody was yelling at him. So is being in his position with Castrol Flow Racing Night in America, I get the beauty of that. So we will catch up with Brandon in a second. Guys, what a night, though, man. A 25-lapper with this many passes. And, you know, this many guys hard charging up through the field. We just talked about Ricky wins it from 8th. Brandon was in the lead from 11th. And what more can you ask out of a 25-lap race with this caliber of drivers on such a legendary racetrack?
And I think it really sets the stage for Saturday, too, James.
Grab him.
Don't let him get away.
It's a little confusing, man. It's like, have you had this many victory lane interviews before, Brandon?
No, especially with an Australian. Y'all talk a little different than he does.
Yes, we do. Brandon, man, 11th, you get to the lead. And what happened in those last couple laps? And is there anything you wish you could do? I know you want to win, but is there anything you think you could have done different, or do you think the best car won?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the most maneuverable car won. I had a 2 on the right front, you know, so both of them had 3s on the right front. I just worked my right front way too hard trying to get around Dalton on the top. So, but yeah, we'll take it. I really didn't think I was going to get it that far up through there. So, yeah, good run for us. It is what it is. Shit, Ricky's good, and Dalton's been running good. So, just to be up here with him, I'll take it.
I think this man said it all, guys. Brandon Overton rounds out the Big River Steel podium here tonight. Night 1 at Knoxville, and he's right. Me and Wade Unger talk much different from each other.
Ben, look who's standing behind you. Go to look to your right there. You see Cowboy Chris.
Oh, we got the denim